Biddly but yes, yeah. Here we go. Oh, tell you what, I've got a bit of a fucking dodgy shoulder, you know. Can't do the old rub. You know what time it is? Even though I'm acting like I don't know what time it is, but you kind of know what time it is. The timings have changed, MVG. The 8 o'clock, the 8 p.m.'s gone out the window. Temporarily, though. Temporarily in and on and out. Well, not temporarily. You know what time it is? Get that badger in and on and over here. We had to move back to get his greatness in. Shout out to MVG, shout out to Mimi, shout out to Roller Blunt, shout out to Luke, Solanum, Lineanum, War Piglet, JT, hit them likes, geared up. Still a bit sniffly, you know, boys. These two are organising their sexy time. It's all. They see the channel brings everybody together. Smash a like for the clout chase, says Mark B. Love it, big up. JT's got his operation tomorrow, so not hopefully. That will be going well, and should we say our thoughts are with him? Is that too much, too strong a thought of your thoughts to be with you? But no, it's not. I would say no, it's not. 78 RPM up in this bitch. Julie Neri. Oh, come on, Jack. Finish work at 8, thinking I'd be missing another live underlap. War Piglet has even got his JackCity t-shirt on tonight in honour. Love it. We're in, we're on, we're over here. We had to move it back. We've been working. Then we went to pub and we hung on a little bit too long. So without further ado, we're going to pop a bottle. We're still on the San Miguel. We're still getting the 3 big ones for $6.50 with a club card. Do not get it twisted. It's with a club card. That club card, I stood next to a lad the other day and he says, I just didn't think. And she says, have you got your club card, love? And it goes, he says, no, I don't. And I didn't want to be that guy, but I tell you, no, I said, mate, you know, I know they're just doing it probably just to watch you or whatever, and there'll be a conspiracy about it, but they're worth the weight in gold, them club cards. I save, and it shows you how much you save monthly. And I'm making some savings on this beer. No doubt about it. Badger, 78 RPM, gets up. BMG, you know, but do it how he does it. You know this by now. Shout out to BMG for no reason whatsoever. Richard Roth, yes, Farke does mismanage his players. I'm glad somebody's straight in with that because obviously there's already, you know, I don't even know how it can be said after the start we've had, particularly in the Premier League, and then the 2 years that we've had with him in the Championship, that he mismanages players. I honestly believe, and this has been a feature on it since Godra lad, that every single manager has picked the same players that we've had at the club, and it's been very rare that anybody's come in and chopped it up completely. And that happens at pretty much every club. The new manager comes in, picks the same team as the week before, doesn't he? Ramazani, Biol, all the rest of them, they will not come straight into the side. If Big Sam Allardyce gets the job next week, he will not change the side. He'll make a bit of a statement thing, like, you know, like he did with Darlow and MESLIER, Silent S. But they don't change the team. It's a load of woof. Who has he mismanaged, Richard Roth? Yes, Leeds, what's good, brother? How are we? No worries, JT. Genuinely, obviously, I hope it goes well, big man. And rest up. Is it 6-week rehabilitation, did you say? Is Julie Mrs. War Piglet? I think she is. We're double dating over here. It is indeed BMG. Yes, indeed. We missed it last Thursday due to, was it last Thursday? Can't remember. I was just so ill, and it was last Friday, and I was so ill, so I couldn't go. So we got it rebooked. We rescheduled to today. You're pleased to know 6-a-side last night. Knee was back in action, didn't need it bandaged up this week, and now it's gone again. So it's hurting today, which is not good. MVG, but if the greenery is particularly potent, Hawkwind all the way. It's very much foreign to me, this. And on the title question, what manager doesn't mismanage players? Pep with Jack Grealish, etc. You can name loads. He needs to be proactive on subs. Well, this has been, you know, I mean, he's not mismanaging, but a be all, is it? But it all comes from Ramazani, doesn't it? Ramazani. I don't think anybody argues that he's been too harsh on Patrick Bamford getting rid of him, but you know that would be if Patrick Bamford was better thought of by the majority of the fan base, they'd be saying the same thing about him, that he just sort of culled him and didn't, you know. Patrick Bamford sort of even mentioned that he didn't like how it had been done. Ramazani, people put it down to mismanaging players can work the other way as well, can't it? So when you're talking about Aronson and stuff, still inside, still in the squad, even though he's doing a good job, even though we're doing really well in the Premier League thus far. And, you know, had it not been for a crazy Goodmanson decision and last-minute equaliser last week, you know, we'd potentially be on 11 points, would we? Yeah, we'd be on 11 points. So, you know, we'd be actually neck and neck with Tottenham, Sunderland, Bournemouth, be above Man City by a point, but we're currently 2 points underneath them. Farke has mentioned that it's better sometimes to be a little bit under the radar for this emotional club, as he always says. And I can't stand it when he calls us an emotional club, to be honest. It does my head in. It's I don't like the. I know he means it in a mint way, like, you know, we're an emotional club and there's all the senses are heightened. But just, I don't know, it annoys me. The devil's lettuce. Should have kept Ramazani, says Leeds. Yeah, to be honest, when we didn't bring anybody in, but there's more going on than meets the eye into Ramazani, and he's gone abroad and he's not doing well. So, I mean, he's picked up an injury now, I think. I don't know if he's been back in or what. But, you know, I thought keeping Mount place just on basis that you have somebody on bench, but if he's kicking out a stink or, you know, really starting to moan, it's not good. It's not good for dressing room, is it? So he had to go. Ultimately, you know, everybody's saying you want him to go abroad and do well and then come back, but it's not. He's not. His time is done. Especially, well, certainly under Farke, but I think in general anyway, to be honest. I think his time's done at Leeds United, and we got a little bit out of him, didn't he? He gives a little bit of a spark last year at times. So Solanum, Linianum, Bielsa broke half his squad, and we cheered him on for it. Well, Farke's definitely not doing that. I think the Bielsa burnout's a bit overdone as well. I just think we needed refreshments in certain positions, and there's rumours, you know, that he was asking for, you know, he said at the very beginning of his tenure that he would need, you know, every couple of seasons you need to keep rejuvenating the squad, just generally. Like, obviously you need younger players that can get about. But, you know, I think the players threw it in on him a little bit as well and just said that, sort of blamed him, perhaps got a little bit above the station at times and thought, because I was always interested to know what that was all about, really, because, you know, I do know on good terms, really, that apparently there was a few players that had gone and spoke to him and stuff and said, like, oh, you know, can we not switch it up or whatever? And he obviously wouldn't, as he shouldn't. And I always thought that stunk a bit as well. I didn't like the idea of that. Reefer Madness, Ming. Jack will have no idea. Reefer, is that a band? No, it's a moving musical, but there's a band called Reefer, isn't there? Alternative hip hop group. I don't think that's what I'm on about there. I thought there were a band called Reefer, but fucked it. 6 to 12 weeks, JT. Yeah, it's a solid stint. Just make sure it is rested. We could have done with him now, says Leeds. I agree. You know, just around the squad, it had something, wouldn't it? But I mean, there's articles there saying Leeds must find way to recall Largy Ramazani now as crushing injury blow emerges at Thorpe Arch. Then we're not going to do that. That is for sure. But you just got to hope and pray nobody else gets injured, don't you? Ultimately, I don't want to sound that's obvious, but you know, Aronson, touch wood, and I know nobody will want to touch wood for Aronson because nobody rates him, but You know, he needs to stay fit now, doesn't he? More than ever. And he's never really shown signs of being flimsy in terms of injury. But, you know, chance it'd be the wrong time for it to happen now, wouldn't it? Allison brought in Robbles, not Darlow. No, but it'd be what would he do now? Because he wouldn't be able to bring Mez in for Darlow, would he? Robblers were absolutely gash, weren't he? That's some dark days, that, innit? For humans, for JT, 6 hours, yeah, he'll be bouncing around, won't he? Daniel Farker's Barmy, gets up, War Piglet. Love it. Yes, AO, thank you, dude. Angry Mad Gav, smash that like for him before he loses it. All right, now lose it. Go crazy. You'll be back in no time. Yes, Mark B. I still don't know what Hawkwind is. This is a risky. Heat. It's a rock band. Understood. Fucking hell, real rockers. Ginger Baker, acoustic drum kit. Lemmy. Didn't Lemmy I'm gonna say from Motorhead. See, I do know I do know one person in the world. Me and Rollerblunt aren't the only ones anymore. Let's say it for the War Piglets. The War Piglets is min. Dathy LUFC says Behold needs to play. I don't know if you're on wind up, Dathy. Who for, brother? Who would you drop right now? Brett 89, you should try that walking football, Jack. Better for your knees and age. I'm unaware of walking football, to be fair, but although, no, I think I have seen it, actually. I've seen it advertised with some old boys. Yeah, I think it'd drive me crazy. I get it. It's mint for them. Like, you know, I'll be well stuck into that probably in 2 years when my knee's gone. But, yeah, it's just banging ball about, isn't it? It's awesome. Proper good. Jack, are you a Hawkwind man or a Motorhead, or is Motorhead more your thing? I full well know the answer is a blank stare. Well, I'd definitely go with Motorhead just on the basis that I actually know a couple of, well, I say a couple, I know one Motorhead song. And I don't know a single Hawkwind song. But I'll check Hawkwind out, to be fair. 78 RPM. Farke is more important than players. Good players won't win shit without a good manager, but good manager can win with shit players. Farke in. Farke's been brilliant thus far. And then Sly 2 point Bono needs some time on the pitch. Why? It really tickles me, guys. Like these boys need time on the pitch. Like, so funny. Like, I don't know. It's like, not that they don't deserve time on the pitch, you know. They deserve a chance to play when the time is right. But you know, it's a long old season. And Bornow and Beol at the back against Chef Wednesday's children was absolute terror. And I'm not going just off that performance, but that's all I've seen of them thus far. And I'm not in a rush to get rid of Pascal Striker. I think it's been brilliant and strong. And Rodon, who's been brilliant and strong. Why would you want to disturb or disrupt the back line? We couldn't have done much more. We couldn't have done much better defensively, really, other than the Arsenal travesty, which comes with the territory anyway, as many teams will get put to the sword when Arsenal are on form. I actually agree with what Farke said in his presser today, just about like they can be effective. And that Arsenal, to me, like they're just as obviously as good as they are, and that they've got a good chance of winning league, and you're not, mugs by going and winning league. They are just really super effective, I think. Well, I don't think, I know. And they're just sort of hanging games, and then, a couple of set pieces later, and they're away, and scores can flatter them a little bit. I'm not saying the 5-0 were it deserved, because we were shit, but, it's like anything. 10 minutes in a game totally changes the game, doesn't it? And then we sort of got rolled over, and then it got away from us. You're going to struggle to pull it back from teams like Arsenal. So that's why the start was so important. But, the first 10 minutes sort of in game, and then, as I say, go a couple of goals down, you just, there's no coming back, especially against a good team like Arsenal that can sit in as well. And people aren't worried about us, are they? Who's Arsenal's lost to this year? Is it to Liverpool? You know, it's not bad going, is it? That's to that free kick in it. That can't remember his name. Yeah. Sabozlai, yeah, it's a banging free kick. That 10 minutes to go away from home. You know, you're only lost this year. Or I'm not sure about in Europe, but it's to Arsenal, who are currently 2 points to Liverpool, 2 points in front of them. It's going to be a good challenging title season, I think, this year. I think Man City are done, to be honest. I think they're out of it. They messed up last night again, 2-2. I don't think they're anywhere near strong enough. So I really do think it's just out of Liverpool and Arsenal. But I do think they'll take each other all the way to end, to be honest. Get your wives in and on and over here now. Smashers are like, guys, for us, there's 47 in room. We've only got 28 likes, so they're rookie numbers. Let's get them likes up, boys, and Bob and Mimi. Rock and roll. Shouldn't have done that. The throat is nowhere near strong enough to start doing the rock and roll vibes. Reverse sycophantic Farke. Bernau is a good player. Farke doesn't have a clue how to rotate. You can't. Nobody rotates the centre backs. I tell you, who does rotate the centre backs, Dathy? Fucking hammering. So if you want to go down that route, you want to end up like Scumchester United, then be my guest. If you want to lose your first 3 games out of 6, then be my guest. Go down the Ruben Amorim route, who's won one more game than West Ham, Burnley, Notts Forest, Aston Villa, and Newcastle. If you want to go down that run, rotate them centre backs, boy. Get Ruben Amorim in. He knows how to rotate, doesn't he? Yes, Dr. Kuros, what's good, brother? Bono's wife. We're getting wives in and on and over here now, 78 RPM. Leeds. If the 49ers get Farke, two 10s, 2 wingers, 2 striker, then we've got a proper good chance of staying up. We're staying up anyway, Leeds. I've seen more than enough to suggest that we're staying up. I'm really excited about tomorrow, to be fair. I think Tottenham are a decent side, but I think we've got a pretty decent chance against them. You know, I thought performance we're putting against Bournemouth were excellent. If we'd have got 3 points there, it'd have been crazy. AO says, Jack, you need to calm down with your knee, as it's the most important and fragile part of the body. That rhymes. You're on the rhyming hype, AO. You don't want to be in a situation where you struggle to walk, just saying. I know, big man, but, you know, it's only 6 aside. I should be all right to, you know, run around. Got to stay fit and active, haven't you? But, yeah, I know you mean in January, Lee. I'd hopefully bring a winger in. I don't believe in the 10. I don't believe that we need a 10. I really don't. I'd rather, you know, I don't think we need always set up that way to play anyway. So I don't think January should be the 10 should be on the set menu. Obviously, if there's one floating around and Farke wants to change up his formation a little bit, but I do not want to move away from 4-3-3. I think it's the most effective way to play football in the Premier League currently. It's just a competitive league. I'm one of them knobheads that thinks it's overblown about how much of a step up in the standard it actually is. I think if you're quite robust, you go a long way in the Premier League. I think it's not just, I think it's quite a strategic league. I don't think the best teams, the best footballing teams necessarily win the games. That's what I mean. Arsenal are just robust and they know there's a few ways to win games. Liverpool obviously fly forward this year, but last year had a bit of a bit of Klopp, bit of slot. Now it seems to be more slot, less Klopp. Man City play a lot of ball. They're losing games. Tottenham are relatively hit and miss. I know they've had a decent enough start. Sunderland are doing well. Bournemouth again. You know, you obviously you just got to rely on your creative players really to pull you through games. Funnily enough, I was saying earlier, you know, if we get plenty out of DCL this year, you know, if DCL 1 week gets the job done, gets the goal, gets the assist or whatever, and then the week after it's Okafor, we don't really need any crazy standout every single game player that we're looking towards. If one of them does it per game, I don't give a shit who it is. It were Longstaff won it at weekend against Bournemouth. I know DCL had a good match, but well, they all played well against Bournemouth, but it were Longstaff with delivery for corner, and then it were Longstaff with putting it in top bin, the ball that was not a slice. And that's, you know, so it was Longstaff's game last week. If it's Okafor's this week, or if it's DCL's this week, or God forbid it's Aronson's, you know, which I know everybody will laugh at. But Aronson's output's not been bad. And last week he was decent, especially on the ball. One of some really important free kicks and stuff. And that, you know, really, I actually think there's a bit of a call for getting Harrison a few more minutes if we're going to start talking about rotation. You know, when it landed to him on edge at box against Bournemouth, you wouldn't have wanted anybody else on ball, on pitch, to be fair, which strike. He pulled out a decent enough save, which keeper should have made that save. But, yeah, I think there's half an argument to give Harrison a proper decent run out, really. See what Okafor gets up to the first 45 minutes. And I don't mean some at half time, but certainly if he see what he does in the first half against Spurs, if it's not quite his game, it might even be, they might even go on Harrison on the basis that he thinks he's slightly more defensive or works a bit better, and we're sort of like a bit more of a unit. So obviously Tottenham will come to play. But again, Frank's got a few different ways of Thomas Frank, the big Thomas Frank. He's got a few different ways of playing, so, and I do rate Thomas Frank, to be fair. Paul Atkinson, is Dan James the new Bamford? Got his new contract, not up to the Prem and permanently injured. No, he's not. Not yet, Paul. And yeah, he's not. So any player not playing is good. We've been here before, Schmidt. That's what I mean, though. It's everybody just assumes that it's anybody that's not in the side gets this. Farke's mismanaging the players. If it's Ramazani, he's been mismanaged and he's the best player and he needs to come in. Now it's Biol, which I don't even know where that's coming from. We've conceded. How many goals against have we conceded? 9. We've scored 6. 9 in 6 games. Bearing in mind, 5 of them comes from one game. So if we can please, I know nobody wants to do it, but eliminate that game. Conceded 4 in 5 against some proper top opposition. Because we have played some decent teams, and tomorrow will be another decent one ticked off. Everton are now 9th. We beat Everton. They're on the same points as us. Wolves obviously rock bottom. They got a draw, funnily enough, to Spurs last week. So Spurs struggled to break Wolves down. I think Biol will not see one min on the pitch for league game by, I'm going to assume that's December. I think if everybody stays fit, I don't think he will. Although I think he might bring him on as a sub last sort of 10 minutes. Not for Schmidt, fucking hell. Not for Rodon or Struijk, but I think he will bring him on, you know, as opposed to, because he said in his press conference that, you know, had he known, obviously, that ball when he get pumped into the box and weren't going to deal with it, you obviously think that you'd make potentially a different change. Because obviously he went with CALVERT-Lewin and he brought Metcher on, which I didn't have a problem with at the time. It was moments left. And Metcher's a good, strong, physical lad. But obviously, you know, I just don't think he wanted to give out the message that we were shutting up shop and we were still sort of like going to be a threat. But I don't think anybody would have begrudged him pumping Biol on there for 5 minutes, would he? But it didn't work out. So, and it'd have still gone in if Biol were there. So, is that how it went? Hey, that's a mad thing, isn't it? It was a 1930s public service video about the dangers of marijuana. Marijuana's everywhere. A good manager can win with players. Stop talking nonsense, says Dathy. It's good stuff. Ernie Ferguson, Biol will want out in Jan, and him and Farke will not be on good terms. Well, he won't be going anywhere in January, won't Biol? And to be fair, Biol's international manager has come out and said that he doesn't expect him to play anytime soon for Leeds United. I don't know what you want. What does Biol want him to do? He can't just come in and start demanding shit. It's like you can see the performances that the boys are putting in. So, you know, Why would Biolek sort of expect to get in that? Where would you go? Well, you're going to knock on his door and say, well, I want Pascal out, or I want Joe out. I call him Joe because I'm saying Pascal. And I'm only saying Pascal because you know it that I don't like calling players by the first name. I think it's weird. I think it's weird behaviour, but Pascal Strike is quite hard to say when you're sort of on a train of thought, when you're trying to get something out. So I do call him Pascal. He's the only one that gets away with it, though. And he's been here a while, so it's all right. And he's one at vice captains, so it's all right. Reefer Billy Boogie. If you know, you know. Certainly don't. 78 happy, which will not surprise you. He's all right. He's DJ. He's out for 4 weeks. He'll be back after next international break, Farke reckons. He's rolled his ankle. He's all right. He's a young lad. Yeah, Reefer. Yeah, and yeah. Taking Julie to see Hawk Lords in a couple of weeks. Reefer madness. Get up, War Piglet. Love to see it. Have a smasher. Have a smashing grabber. Smashing day. Smash a like for us on that as well, guys. 54 in room, only 44 likes. Oh my God. That winner. That absolute winner. Joe's favourite ever manager has been beat again in the Europa League in the last couple of minutes. They went 2 goals down in the last couple of minutes, and then Chris Wood scored a penalty in the last minute. They've been beat again. Oh my God, that winner. They've been beat to a team called Midtjylland, a Danish professional football club. I do recognise the name, but let's be honest, and everybody will go, oh, well, Midtjylland are second in league. They've won 6 games out of 10 in the Superliga with 12 clubs in it, and half of them don't even. There's only 3 of them out of 12 that have a badge on Google. So, and they're one of them. He's been beat again. He still has not won a game. Somebody tell me why, on my shoulder, why Poster fucking big idiot Ange. Somebody tell me why he is a good manager. Can anybody tell me why he's a good manager? I'm begging thee. Somebody tell me why he's a good manager. It's mind-blowing. I'm going to have to change the title to Big Ange is a serial winner. How do I edit this? Big Ange. Big idiot Ange. The serial winner. People wanted... I don't really know how to spell cereal in that sense, but I don't want to put... I don't want to put cereal like the food. People wanted Big Ange in. I mean, oh my God. In pre-season, people whose opinion have value as well. We shall name no names. But my God, talking about Big Ange, it's madness. He is fucking pony. I came on the channel whenever Notts Forest appointed him, and I said, they're done now. It's over for them. You can go forward as much as you want. You can pretend that this high line works. You can go on about fucking whatever you want. You can say, oh, you know, well, he can't take the chances for the players out there. He leaves himself wide open. People go on about Bielsa. It's nonsense about Bielsa. They're nothing like each other. They are nothing the same. Nothing the same. Let's have a look at the last six games. Ange Postecoglou is winless in his first 6 games as Nottingham Forest manager. Arsenal, Swansea, Burnley, some shits in Europa, Sunderland, and that Midlington again. Mental. 1-0 to Sunderland, 1-1 to Burnley, 3-2 to Swansea in Carabao Cup. Swansea. Forgot about that one. How was Swansea getting on in league? You know, Swansea are that bad. You type in Swansea and it didn't, the club don't even come up. They're 8th in Championship. They've lost 2, drawn 3. They're doing all right, to be fair. 6 points off top. But still, this is Big Ange, innit? The serial winner. And to be fair to him, it takes him 2 years, doesn't it? Always takes him 2 years. He's gone by Christmas, him. He is Pahor-Hani. Absolutely Pahor-Hani. And I love it. I'm here for it. Been beat again. Big Ange, the serial winner. BMG, Biol will get his chance. One injury or suspension and he could get in and stay in. Gruev barely played before Xmas in his first season, then became a key player. BMG, and you know it, That's all it is, man. I've said before when Just Joe pushed me for an answer about, I think it was whether Ampadu comes back in or stays at centre-back or whether we're moving forward. And I dodged the question by just simply saying that these things normally work themselves out. And then long behold, they did. We picked up an injury and Ampadu had to move back into the centre or however it ended up working out. I can't remember what the situation was, but these things always do work themselves out. Where, like say, there's an injury just very similar to Darlow. Obviously, that big goon, that big idiot Perry's got injured. So now it's Darlow's position to lose, isn't it? Or it certainly is, in my opinion, anyway. Get Ginger Baker on the underlap for a chat, Jack. Ginger Baker. The English drummer. He's died, hasn't he? Says he's died here. I don't know if you're on about the same guy, but the legendary drummer died at the age of 80. Rock's first superstar drummer, Peter Edward Ginger Baker. I can't imagine, unless you are on about him, MVG. The Ace of Spades, Silver Machine, Friendly Guy. I'm not sure what's occurring here. If you run during walking football, is it a red card? I think the idea is, MVG, that they can't run physically. So I think it's like, can you run? Like, no, it's like, get out there on that right wing, mate. Hawkwind-inspired rave, understood. Yes, Joe, Depp, what you saying? Ayo. So sorry for my snuffles, guys. I hope they're not flying through the microphone too much. Nobody's got their headphones on. It's about time Johnny Giles received official recognition from Leeds Lifetime Achievement Award. Yes, indeed. He was actually in a podcast not so long ago, sort of talking about the club and how they've never really even invited him back or something. So I don't know whether they've seen that. However, to suggest that there was a special announcement at halftime and before the match when it was just Radaby and Johnny Giles, I think is a misstep. But I did expect it, to be fair. I didn't even go out at quarter to see. So Bornau needs time on the bench first. Exactly. BMG, but he's not going to get on the he's not going to get on bench either, is he, in fairness? Whoever Farke does not pick is the best. Talk about insane agendas. It's every time 78 RPM. If it wasn't so obvious, they don't. I mean, Voldemort used to do this thing where he'd pick like a youngster and he'd make a video about a youngster, saying that he has to be on the field of play. He simply must start him, knowing that he will never start him. So, like Bielsa or whoever was at the helm, he must start. I think it was Lewis Bay at the time. It's like, I know this is just for content and that's fine and it's funny enough as it is, but you're only saying that because you cannot be wrong in that scenario, can you? It's impossible to be wrong because you know that he won't start him. So when he doesn't start him, you just go, well, and that I said about fucking Lewis Bay, I said it years ago. It's like, well, yeah, but you know, I'd rather you just say something that's you just know there's zero chance of that happening, so you can't be wrong. It's pathetic. Running in old guy, walking football probably gets a nappy change, not a card. Brutal, Solenham, Lineanum. Biol and Bernal will get their chance. It's a long season. Says Aiden. I always fuck this up. Aiden and Abetting. I don't know if Ball now will get his chance, to be honest. I don't know whether he's one of the players that'll just sort of, you know, won't find his way into the side. But Biol will, just on the basis, or he will get a chance, like we're saying, on the basis of an injury or a problem. But I think, you know, there's just as much chance that he plays Gruev in holding midfield role and puts Ampadu at centre back before he plays Ball now. And you know what Farke's like with his mismanagement of players. Arsenal cooked from what I saw last night. Yeah, apparently they were really good, but I didn't see the game, Ming, but they were saying on radio all day that potentially going in at half-time 1-1 though, like, you know, they'd like not put them to the sword, as it were, but Arsenal are a decent side out of that, there is no doubt. BMG, Farke was correct. That centre-back position is a position that is rarely rotated, especially if you aren't a top team. You cannot, and I repeat, cannot, BMG, be pissing around with that back line, and especially when there's absolutely no need for it right now. I have a funny, true story about Johnny Giles, but it's too embarrassing to share. Get it shared in and on and over here, AO. Nobody cares. Ming, we need it now. Legendary MVG wants it. BMG wants it. Ming wants it even more. MVG, you'll not get away with that over here. We don't forget these things. Correct, MVG. Does it involve a public toilet, AO? Crikey. Get it in and on and over here, AO. The build-up was good, AO. Can you supply the finish? Exactly, VMG. And you know it. That's how you get them out. It's that jinxing, the 1-2 play. Tiki-taka. And then don't want to send it in. Pants down, stick it in, AO. There's some ridiculously embarrassing shit's happened on this before. Like my snuffles, I keep having to turn away so I don't feel like I'm going like snuggling up through the fucking microphone. So obviously, honestly, the deepest of apologies. Forgive but don't forget, says Ming. That is it, innit? We're all forgiving over here because nobody cares what's happened, honestly. Nobody cares what's happened. Just get it in and on and over. Let's have the birth of it tonight. On the 2nd of October. What a perfect night. You wouldn't have wanted it on any other night, Ernie Ferguson says, I just see Biol becoming Cresswell 2.0 and he will start saying stuff after November break, which will kill him in Farke's eyes. That, to be fair, Ernie, is a fair comment in it. I think I don't think he will, but you just don't know. I suppose if Cresswell, you know, I agree. Once you've burnt the bridge with Farke, it's, although I do think you can get back in, I just think you have to maintain, you have to be willing to sit on bench and wait it out. And I think I think that's where the people that call him stubborn, I think that's where it comes from, truth be told. I mean, I don't think he is particularly stubborn myself, but Brett89, Pep has been found out. Same happened at Barca before he left. I don't know if he's been found out, Brett, but I mean, Pep has switched it up a little bit. He's gone a bit longer and he plays a bit more on counter-attack, and that with Haaland at the moment, who's an absolute goal machine still. Like, you know, he's still banging goals in. Because Man City really have been pretty vulnerable. They've lost 2 games, which is, you know, same as us, isn't it? But they've just won one more than us. Yeah. The league's better when they're better, though. Level points for the Chelsea way. Every time I look at this table, there's something good about it. I'm on it, MVG. I'm on it. Biol will get him when Struett gets his annual injury and then staying. Not the same with Bernal, though. He's nowhere near Rodon's quality. Yeah, they'd have to both get injured at the same time, wouldn't they, Pascal and Rodon, for that to happen. And even then, that's what I'm saying. I think there's half an argument to suggest that he might go with Ampadu before he goes. That is a very good poll. And AO likes a poll, Mark B. But we need some ideas of what went on. He's gone quiet as AO unless he's been talking a bit further down. I'm on it. If you Man U, shoes off. The flip-flops, but they're off. Over at shoulder, throw them over at shoulder. I've only taken one off in fairness, but I assure you that I'll throw the other one over and I'll just sell it. You know, we're too real over here, out. There's no lies. There we go. That one hit me then. That's how dedicated to cause I was. No, Paul says AO. He's scared at Paul. Come on, AO. Get it in and on and over here. Went for handshake, but accidentally headbutted him. I don't know if that is that a story of. Do you remember that, MVG? Have I ever told that story about my first ever interview? Because that's mental if I've told this and told that, and then you know about that. If we keep guessing, we'll get it. I hope so. Come on, AO. Get it in and on and over here. Don't leave us waiting no longer. Solomon and Wilson in January, and we'll be right. They won't get Wilson now. He's been playing quite a lot, hasn't he? Let's have a look at Harry Wilson. I think, as far as I'm aware, he's been getting plenty of minutes. Dave's just sent me a rather elaborate text. Yeah, he's played every game as Harry Wilson. Played in all 6 games. So we're not getting Harry Wilson. If I give you my wife, it's not Tesco's. You can't bring her back. What, Brett? Run that by me again. If I give you my wife, it's not Tesco's. You can't bring her back. Drip feed it, says BMG. Come on, AO. Leaving everybody pondering. Yeah, that can be the first. That can be the first poll. Were you fully clothed, partially clothed, or naked? Start a poll. AO, were you fully clothed, partially clothed, or knackered? I'm going to put naked. Just, you know, for a little bit, just to jazz it up a little bit. I'm hoping, because if not, like Ming says, Giles story, please. If not, we'll just have to create our own AO. And I swear to God, I'll spread it like the plague as well. We'll create this narrative where AO and Nakid, and then it starts there, and we'll just keep moving it on. We'll do a sequence of choices, and we'll run through. As important parts and fragility goes, a knee is not close to a todger. No, the todger needs to be extremely well maintained and treated with respect by all users. Not what she says when I'm with her, Joe. Now then, don't start this. What's occurring here? Better lose that receipt. AO wants signing talks now, doesn't he? Okay, we'll get signings in January, but it's going to be enough to get us through to next summer. Where can we bring marquee signings? I think it all starts. The marquee signings all start with the embarrassing story about Johnny Giles, and then we can talk as seriously as you want. Spot on, Mucker. Yes, Riles, what's good, brother? David, South Wales, Valleys. Gates up. We've gone fucking global, baby. Gates up. How are we, sir? She gets around, but that's all in the past now. What is going on here, Joe Depp? I've missed some out. In what world does a Rizzler paper qualify as a draft excluder? Is that in reference to Aronson? Get back on topic, says BMG. Come on, AO. We're sick of it now. We're sick of it. Aiden and a betting. 433 leaves as hard as to be. Agreed, Aiden and a betting. And I don't want to keep saying thing. Jack's in Longstaff heaven, and you know it. And you know it. And you know it. But I am in Longstaff heaven because 433 is the Longstaff fashion. There's no better position for him. He can do the hard yards, and he can get forward and put them in top bins. Stack, the set-piece specialist, is strong as an ox. Tall man, dangerous, going forward and defending. Ampadu's a monster. He's a mentality monster in that defensive midfield role. Who do you drop there? Because if them three aren't playing, none of them are going, none of them are going into the traditional 10. Stack and Longstaff share the 10 in this scenario. People, this is what I was trying to say when I was being a dinosaur on Joe Depp's on Joe. Sorry, not Joe Depp. Sorry, Joe Depp. On Just Joe's show a while ago, when Joe was going on about centre forwards and strikers and couldn't see the difference. Well, Stack and Longstaff are sharing the 10. I'm looking for my flip flops now. Sharing the 10 role because we don't need a 10 right now. We don't need a designated 10 that just sort of has a fucking day off every time we're defending and then tracks back in every now and again. They've moved Aronson out of there. Basically, they've moved Aronson out of there, put him wide right at the moment, and then said just become the right winger when Okafor's too far forward. That's what they've done. It's 4-4-2 with Okafor playing wide left. That's what it is. That is what it is. Oh, but you're not allowed to say it. It's not allowed to be as obvious as that. It's got to be like, well, no, because it's actually... And it's like, well, if you milk it, then you go, well, Longstaff plays in the 10 and Stack play. They're both 8s. They both play further forward in the... just away from the 10 in the two little pockets, and they're not always both there. And then Ampadu joins in when we have a little bit more. You know, they move up like a triangle, don't they? Or they, yeah, a triangle. That's not a triangle, granted, but anybody know how good Johnny? Anybody know any good Johnny Giles stories? Come on, where are we on with the Nakheed? 22 votes, 45% say Nakheed, but 41% say you partially clothed which, you know, I think could make for a pretty good story if you're partially clothed. You could end up either fully clothed or fully naked. That could be the interesting part she got. And then it got so wild, I ended up either naked or clothed. So that could be the roller coaster. We need it, Bear in mind, you put it in the chat, man. You must have known it were coming. You must have known these boys don't leave any stone unturned. Liverpool and Slot changed / had different back four in 4 Prem games out 38 and they won the league. I prefer players knowing when they do get the chance. It has to be 10 performance-wise, 10 out of 10 performance-wise. Yeah, I mean, they're in a slightly different position, aren't they, in terms of swapping around defensively. But, you know, I don't think anybody would argue if they lost Van Dijk that it'd be a much different. I mean, they lost him under Klopp, didn't they? And they did turn to shit, to be fair. And I'm not one of them that likes to go too overboard when a player's missing. But, you know, when you're going for title, I do think it's a different gravy. Or if you're in a relegation battle, you need your top players in, don't you? Obviously. I know you do when you're in middle at table, but I just think you need to be able to ride storms out a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, the top teams can sort of get away with it, but Arsenal don't do it, do they? Man City rotate a little bit, but, you know, it's all about hammering if you want defensive rotations. I'm so far behind on fucking things here. Danny Bowden, my brother is called Johnny Giles, or John Giles Bowden. Love it. And Danny Bowden, how's it going? Oh, we want it, AO. We want it, sir. I literally don't know anyone who has a decent Johnny Giles story. I'll have to Google it. Well, somebody will have something on there. Man in a Shed, yes. Just joined, but ain't nobody down round here. 2 win tomorrow, boys. It's not tomorrow's, but we're having it. I do it all the time, Man in a Shed, so do not fear. Put up with it, pessimists. Get up, Man in a Shed. Man in a Shed's that optimistic. He thinks the game's tomorrow. But I do that all the time, to be fair. I think game's tomorrow, and it's not. You got any stories, Man in the Shed? Definitely, maybe. Tonight I came in for stories about ex-Leeds players, mainly Irish ones that used to play for Scum. We've got a story, it's just not been told. Someone knows something. Does West Ham getting Nuno exempt them from relegation? Not yet, Joe Depp, but I do think it puts them in a relegation. I mean, Nuno's a decent manager, but it don't. Joe Depp, no, but it will help. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yes, Mingy, thank you, dude. Absolute legend on the super chat. Mingy landing in and on and over here. Giles story. I've paid £2 for it. Get your 2 quids in. All be donated to the AO Johnny Giles fund. 50% say naked, so we're running away. Naked's running away with it. So be careful what you wish for here, AO. Shout out to Ming. My man Ming 59. See you at weekend, boy. Ooh. BMG, if he'd brought Beal on instead of Metcher and they'd still scored, he'd have got pelters. Exactly, BMG. Good man, Ming. We need to know. Release the files, AO. And it rhymes, AO. What more do you need, man? The legendary 123 MVG says, good man, Ming. We need to know. Release the files, AO. Did it. Eh? Why do we think everyone wants to leave as soon as they don't get minutes in the first games? Brilliant comment, brother. I don't recognise your name, but it's a fucking good one. I'm enjoying going, It's a good name, mate. Well done. Mimi says, I have a story. Just as we moved into our new house, the house was super echoey. Woke up one morning, it was dead silent. Went into room, said morning to Roller, and farted loud, and it echoed badly. Now, this is the way your story can go, AO, if you're not careful. So, you know, but I bet Roller takes that on chin. I bet Roller Blunt don't mind. Not one bit. We can watch West Ham and see if we made a mistake in not signing Nuno, but Farke, despite his falls, is the better manager. Farke's the business at the moment, so I ain't worried about no other manager. He was on the phone and the people on the other end of the phone heard it and started laughing. This is where we can end up, AO. Be careful. BMG, Biol will understand that centre-back is not usually rotated and that he has to fight for a place and will wait for his chance, side before self. I mean, side before self is gone and it's toast, but I agree, BMG. He'll just have to wait it out. There will be an opportunity for him. Yes, Michael, what's good? What's up, Jack? Everybody's still complaining about Aronson and Harrison still. Parag will not like it. Don't make the man step in. If you mention him 3 times, he's like Candyman. And we don't need him stepping in yet. So, but welcome, Michael. Welcome. I hope you're still here while I'm so far behind the comments. Anyway, what you have to say about Johnny Giles? Hey up, lad, you are playing very well, but I'm dropping you because social media experts said so. Said in a German accent. Yeah, can I have a word with you, Pascal? Yeah. Your performances, mate, been through the roof. I can't find one negative thing about you online. But for some reason, a few accounts on Twitter say that Biol's better than you. So despite everything I've seen, both professionally, both for the past 2 years, professionally, as a player, as a person, and in the Premier League, everything that I've seen, it's not quite enough. I know Biol was absolute travesty against Sheffield Wednesday, but I'm gonna have to move you on your merry way, mate, and you'll be lucky to get back inside. But thank you for your dedication to the cause. Walked out backwards. Persistent eye contact, Mimi. Midgetland. Is that where it was? Is that where he was when he bumped into him naked in Midgetland? Fuck's sake. Hoyland. Square Ball had a segment on your Boas. I watched back his Leeds goals and my word, he was good. Yeah, he's got some highlight reel, hasn't he? He got Spurs into Champions League, maybe. Yeah, by hook or by crook. They won a league where but he won the cup in Scotland. Exactly, dude. Everybody's giving me how to spell cereal. He got in a title in playing in a cup that nobody wanted to win. Everybody were terrified of winning that thing. And then against Man United of all teams. Archie Gemmill once played for Midgetland. Oh, that's where Midgetland comes from. But then you know that. Of course I know that. My experience of Archie Gemmill is I've got a plethora of knowledge on Archie Gemmill, and you know it. Yes, Riles. Is it Riles or Reels? Riles? Tell him to fark off, mate. Absolutely. Big engine. Delivers in second season. Fucking Big Ange, the serial winner. Fucking love it. Your ball was very good indeed. He now getting the love he deserves. Yes, Riles. I want to say Riles. Is it Riles that or Riles? Yeah, he won in Scotland like Gerrard. Whoops. Although it's not happening for fucking... it's not happening for Rangers, is it? Whatsoever. They've absolutely... Oh, is that tonight? Was that tonight that they got beat? Or was that last night? Oh, it's tonight. They've been beat again, aren't they? Who the fuck are Sturm Graz? Austrian Bundesliga, second in league, granted, but Rangers are bad out there. Has he won a game yet? I think they won at weekend, did they? It's not going well for him at all, is it? He didn't play Joe Rothwell tonight. Get Joe Rothwell in, middle boy. I don't know who they've got in there, but fuck that. Get my man Joe Rothwell in, Russell Martin dropping a bollock. Don't know what he's got. You never miss a good thing till it's gone. The flow's so fluid, it's like drinking a song. I'd rather see Ange at Ellen Road than Mourinho. Are you joking, AO? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm doing a poll on that, man. You're naked, by the way, in this story. It's been confirmed. Poll here. Who would you rather? Who would you rather have? The serial winner, Big Idiot Ange, or the actual serial winner, Jose? That if there's even one vote other than you, AO, which obviously I respect and appreciate you tuning in. If anybody votes for the Big Idiot Ange, that is crazy to me. Jose all the way says Joe Depp. That's a good poll though, AO. You've got the backup. To be fair, it was harder for Gerrard to win than miserable Ange. 100% Big Idiot Ange. Glory Hunters all the way. All Farke haters. Fucking gets up, Riles, Riles. Love it. Ange is a big old sack of shit. Gets up, that Danny Bud, and he's absolutely pony. 18 votes already. 72% saying Jose. Thank God, to be honest. 49, 50, 53 watching only. 59 likes. If we could get them likes up, guys, it'd be much appreciated. I'm going to try and catch up on comments. I'm so far behind. Oh, it's a cracking drop, that. When you manage one of the two big teams in Scotland, winning the League Cup means nothing. Agreed. Ange, no. Agreed. Yeah, true. And Gerrard has proved his credentials since BMG. Brutal, but true. I won't lie. If I did have to choose him properly, I'd go for McKenna. Curveball. I meant it was easier to win with Celtic than Rangers. I agree. 100%. 78 RPM. Talking Swansea, Jack. Is Jack the name or into Detroit House? I like Jack's my actual name, but I like Detroit House. That is for sure. I'm Scottish, Ming, and you know it. The Scots love me, don't they? It's not the Scots. It's the Scottish impersonators that love me. Hollywood derby at Wrexham tomorrow versus Birmingham. Thank God we're not in there anymore, man. Fucking hell. Ginger Baker was a wild man. If anyone can bring Ginger Baker back, it's you, Jack. We'll summon him. Shouldn't really joke about that, to be fair, but best rock drummer ever, Neil Peart. In my opinion, I don't want to get lost here. I want to catch up, but when somebody says something about music, I feel like I have to. Canadian, what band we're in? It's not. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but it's not. Well, I do want to go off on a tangent, but I want to catch up. It doesn't matter, does it? I don't think. What there's some hell of a drummers that are just session drummers and that, aren't there? I watch that Drumeo a lot, and there's some absolutely sensational stuff on there. I need to blow my nose. I'm hoping that's not too disgusting, guys, when I'm snuffling and cruffling. I'd rather Ange at Ellen Road than Frank Lampard. Fucking hell, I mean, that's like... Or Sam Allardyce, or Nuno, or Steven Gerrard, or Sean Dyche, or David Moyes, or Harry Redknapp, or Rafael Benitez. There's some dubious ones in there that I can't even do an argument about, AO, just because the idea of me promoting Frank Lampard managing the football club is horrendous. But the Big Idiot Ange, the serial winner, is honestly, it's a huge no from me. Where he gets his credentials from is God's guess. Angry Mad Gav Can. Johnny Giles was not invited back because he threatened to tell his AO story, allegedly. Yes, BMG, that's exactly it. If Giles had been English a lot more than Leeds fans would know he was world class. That's probably very true, 78 RPM. Halloween is fast approaching. Zombie Ginger Baker on the UNDERLAP. Can you imagine? A zombie Ginger Baker. Sounds like... It doesn't sound like a gingerbread man, but it sounds like... Well, it sounds exactly like it sounds, a zombie ginger... A gingerbread man baker. I don't know what I'm talking about. Michael, honestly, all the names you mentioned are better, to be honest. Ange, the Australian Marsh. If Ange was American, nobody would rate him. Michael, you know it. And you know it. And you know it. It's bollocks. Don't they manage like rugby teams? Wouldn't it be better place managing a rugby team? Yes, Chris Thompson. Hey up, Jack lad. What's good, man? Speaking of Big Ange, looks like he might be sacked in morning. Love it, mate. And you know it. Fucking in a bit. Then AO will be like, get him in. Get Big Ange in. What did you do to him, AO? What was done? The baying for blood. Beyond will play in the FA Cup. God help us. I'm not letting this go. I'm going Andy Rowe on this one. That rhymes again, MVG. Buddy Rich, anyone? For fuck's sake, I do know that, but American drummer. And is Buddy Rich the... Is it all like... He's got the go-ahead, Joe Depper. That there's no doubt. Andrew Marsh finally got here live. Top show. Watch forever. Top show. Keep it up. Always fun, Leeds. Thank you, Andrew Marsh. Honestly, you guys are the reason why the channel continues, genuinely, because I certainly wouldn't have the ambition to continue. Not that it's an ambition, but I'd be bored by now, that's for sure, if there wasn't a back and forth and it wasn't fun for me to do. So it's certainly not. I know we joke about the clout chasing, but it's certainly not. I'm not here for clout. Hey, Michael, I was trying to suggest Ange is the best of a bad bunch, and only if no other manager was available, then Ange would be the one. Until you tell us that story, you still haven't told us those two stories, Jack, from last month. Fuck, I forgot about them. But I do actually remember, but I was that far behind, and we're here again and behind again. I've watched that Buddy Rich Impossible Solo video many times, mean crazy stuff. I can't remember, because I remember constantly saying it, Dr. Curious, saying, oh, remind me, but I can't remember what the reminders were. Concentrate on the Giles story. Oh, bollocks. Here we go then. Okay, firstly, you have to stun the backstory. Are we getting it? I'm a bit frustrated because everybody else will have got it, and I'm not. I'm well late to the party here. Going, Andy. I think you know, Andy Rowe. I think you know. I quit my job and finished on Friday, and it feels good. That's my story. What's yours, AO? What you doing? What are your thoughts, BMG? Good on you, though, man. Just fucking get up and out of whatever you're doing, man. If you don't want to be doing it, just fucking, you will find something else. You will do something else. Rumour had it, Johnny Giles fingered Jimmy Savile's mum. I was hoping that was more involved with Johnny Giles. Not Johnny Giles, very, very much involved with Johnny Giles. But I was hoping that had more to do with Jimmy Savile as opposed to his mum. Hopefully he was in the room for that or something. That would be. I mean, we can add that if you're happy. If you're happy for me to add that to the story, Chris, we can roll with that for certain. One snippet at a time. It means not letting people get away with things, Andy. Holding people to account, just like Voldemort does to the club. Right, here we fucking go. I'm so sorry, guys. There's no point in me reading it out now because I'm well late to the party, aren't I? My friend lived in an estate where they had a communal pet stay goat who roamed freely that everyone fed. This is mint already for me, man. And looked after. And my friend was a cunt for leaving his back door open. That's the backstory. Okay. Let me keep on moving. Yes, Mark Bradley, what's good, man? Appreciate you, brother. They had been a spate of burglaries in our town, and one night, stoned as hell, I texted my friend and warned him to make sure his back door was locked. but he wasn't listening as he thought he'd be safe. What is going on here? I don't know, Mark. I'm just finding out. Oh, let me get through this story, boys. I'm sorry. So I texted my friend. Listen, you old geriatric cunt. Make sure you lock your back door, as God forbid the goat walks into your house and rides you in your sleep. I'm not. Hey, you have it. How's it? Where do we get to Johnny Giles here? Oh, I think we're playing immensely well. Unfortunately, Johnny Giles was doing a live interview on the radio at the time, and I accidentally sent that message into the radio show instead of texting it to my friend. Well, we can. Unfortunately, I can't imagine that got read out. I don't think she's that fit, me. You know, I think she's mega like, but I don't think she's that fit, Liam. The only downside is the 2 late goals are conceded. I can take the Arsenal loss as BMG. Yeah, I'm all for it. Perfect height. I think Tanaka more likely to ask for a transfer come January if he's not playing much first team starts, as he has been outspoken about his future. You see, you build these stories up. That's not even embarrassing for you, AO. That's just funny. Needless to say, there was a brief deafening silence on the radio, and embarrassingly, I had to go grovelling on my knees, apologising to them for accidentally sending them the text message. Oh, I'd have doubled down on it, AO. You should have doubled down on it. Just gone, oh, my mum and then raised no dummy. That's what I'd have been like. I'd have sent next text. Then you get that fucking back door locked. Who do you think you are? Top shagger. West Coast Warlords love a good story. You know it, War Piglin. You know it. BMG, have I missed the story? You get your stories in and on and over here every time, BMG. Let's not have that. JT, right, bedtime. Get some sleep for big day tomorrow. Going 1-0 Leeds. Good luck tomorrow, JT. Let them know how you get on. I'll be live. I might go, like, what time are you in tomorrow, man? I might actually go, because I've got day off tomorrow, so I might pop in. Not to hospital, like, but to a live. JT getting the love he very much deserves. We need some stories. We need stories. We're baying for blood. Stephen Bates. Rumours doing the rounds from no source whatsoever that Jack has suffered a pre-season attack from an unnamed badger. Can't play now as he's traumatised by the thought of naked badgers. Da-da, 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 da-da. I don't know where he gets up to on a night. So you can't rule it out. Reveal your story. The Swan story's never getting out. Go on, BMG, get it in here. Joe said last week, Jack, you're so behind the chat, we thought it was better than usual. I know, well, that's the funny thing, innit? Ming, I actually remember when he said it, I thought, this is note, mate. I once got booted out. Here we go, Danny Bowden. This is a good one. I just know it is. It's booted out of Tesco for grabbing the customer mic for the tannoy and saying, Colin announcement. Can Colin stop wanking in the frozen section, please? Been farting down them before farting down the mic. And what I love about that, Danny Bowden, I mean, obviously, anything over the tannoy is also legendary among friends, because friends always seem to not. I don't mean the TV show. I think the TV show is shit. I'm talking about among your actual friends, like when you do it, because it's been done. I did it as a youngster myself. Can't remember what I said. I think I just called an announcement, as in just said somebody's needed it till 3 or whatever I said. So it wasn't funny. I'd have preferred to do the Colin stop wanking in the frozen section, please. But it's the control required. So you must have sort of known that the fart was prevalent and in the body. And then to have that level of control to be able to deliver while not panicking, because there's a state of panic, even if you're the most confident fella in the world. Doing that over the tannoy, you know it's action, you know it's game time, you know it's time, you know. So you the level of focus and the whole Colin announcement. Can Colin stop wanking in the frozen section, please? And then the lift up and the bring down, and then the delivery of the guff. Basically, mate, what I'm saying is that is the football equivalent of the first touch of Lionel Messi. That's all I need to say. No way was it broadcast, although there was no mistake in the sudden change of mood of Johnny Child's interview. But they all laughed once I texted them back in explaining that I'd mistaken it. Yeah, these things happen. Hey, BMG. So a few years ago, my birthday was on Sunday and I got shit-faced. Yep. Went into work with a massive hangover. Love it. Johnny Riles, Riles. Do not fear. He won't be here, Roller Blunt. The gym was next door to work, so I made myself go in order to purge the toxins. It's legitimate. It's a legitimate backstory. That's what, you know, backstory thing. I used to take my kids swimming at the gym every Saturday. Purge the toxins. Mark Bradley, don't even get me started on that. So I go to the gym, do a bit of a workout, and head to the changing room. Still babby lass. So what I'm loving about this story, BMG, is Afrikaans word that I'm loving about this story is the dialogue. It's definitely going to be better than the punchline, but you should do a Badger merch poll. We would buy, yes, no, get fucked. I couldn't do it to the Badger. I fear for him long term. Big Ange, give me Jesse back, roll up. I agree, mate. Great word, I agree. I don't know how to say it, but he deserves them. He deserves them. Ange be gone in by November. Wouldn't have him anywhere near my club. Agreed. Ange will relegate Forest. Agreed. I hope so. So I strip off and head for the shower. But I go into autopilot and walk out to the swimming pool area, start bollock naked, with only a tiny micro. I thought I nearly betrayed that. I thought you said went naked, start bollock naked with only a tiny micro penis. I thought that was with BMG. I walked about 30 yards before I realised I didn't know which part of me to cover up. Get up, BMG. Now that's embarrassing. But you take it, don't you? Be more memorable. It's good shit. Angie's shit, but Mourinho is poison, says Solanum Lineanum. Angie's shit. Mourinho's so much better. Amarin will relegate United, says Richo 6-6. Can you imagine, mate? That drummer on TikTok looks like Adam Moran. Beards. You love this beard meets food, fella. Stephen Bates. Ginger Baker looked like a zombie when he was alive. Never missed a beat. He didn't look great when I Googled him, to be fair. Ginger Amakin. I thought maybe Scum would improve and that they'd be too good for us this season, but it's not looking to be the case so far. It's amazing, isn't it, man? Absolutely amazing. Yes, Phil Blythe. Thomas Pridgeon for me. Saw Buddy when I was 4 in Bradford. Thomas Pridgeon. I don't want to get behind him because I'm nearly caught up here. Thomas. Come on, you fucking can't spell now. I'll check him out. I don't seem to recognise him. I'll check that out. Hoyland scores. I'm slow tonight when I say I think of Tanaka. I think that's the idea, isn't it? I need to check that out 100%. I don't know the names of the drummers that I like. Yeah, tends to come with territory, Solanum. I don't worry about it. I still can't get over how Marsh did a masterclass video on how we beat Liverpool. We played for them to make a suicidal back pass. Honestly, BMG, the bloke. Jack is off-putting. It is off-putting. You are snotting in a bin or on the floor. Get a tissue, mate. Just an observation. I didn't, you know, unfortunately, Andy Rowe, I don't really want to be blowing my nose either, so I'm trying to... It's unavoidable, mate, to be fair. I won't go live next time I've got a call, but when I started, I didn't think I had the sniffles, and it gets a bit hot in this room, and then it's all come on strong, so I've apologised enough now to warrant it, I think. Congratulations on your performance Tuesday night. You were bloody great as Bennett in Commander. I have no idea what that means. Legendary MVG, you absolute fucking ledge, mate. Well, as you know, legendary. Thank you, man. MVG 123. Thank you, dude. Top man. Appreciate you. Oh, Mark Bradley's at it again as well. Mark, thank you, man. See, this is why we're hot and bothered, innit? This is why we've all got hot and bothered. That's for the BMG story. The legendary MVG 123 strikes again. He doesn't have any burden. He's absolute boyo. Mark Bradley, thank you, man. Mark Bradley, a boyo. You're all boyos apart from Mimi and War Piglet's wife, Julie. Gets up, brothers. You like Mark Bradley, don't you, brothers? Appreciate it, guys. It's good to get it off your chest, innit, BMG? Going in for 11, ops at 1, 2.5 hours. Ops probably wake about 5-ish. Fucking hell, JT. It's a long day, innit, man? You'll smash it though, brother. I'm right. I'm hot on your tail. Had a yearly competition in the Swan and Talbot pub. Who could tell the biggest lie? There, I was expecting a Johnny Giles had sex with a goat story. That'd be the weed, I suppose. I thought it was a backdoor story, certainly. I thought it'd be like, you know, the goat burst in and Johnny Giles' house. All the very best to you, JT. Absolutely. He's probably gone by now, to be fair, now that I've caught up poor lad. But win, lose or draw this weekend then, guys. Easy win, big lad. Luckily, Jose's pissed that poll, 82%, thank God. So we'll do a quick poll here. Saturday. Win, lose, draw. I think we've got a decent enough chance. I'll do my little I'll do my shit vid tomorrow about I'll do my shit vid tomorrow about I can't fucking talk now. Fucking mine's gone to fog again. Happened last week to me. It was awful. Jackie, going live at Tottenham game. Are you doing? I'm going to match AO. I will be live and direct from the match, so I can't go live there. I'd buy the Badger t-shirt. We might have to make it happen. If not, micro penis. We asked for Badger merch a long time ago, I'm afraid. And roller, lose. KG banned me for loose. He banned you for spelling it wrong. Fucking, that can't be true, Andy Rowe. We know what you get up to be fair, in comment section, Andy Rowe. So I doubt KG banned you for that. I'm quite proud you won't prostitute out the Badger's sexiness for personal gain. Well done, Jack. I would never... I mean, to be fair, we might have to go with the... And just to reference it, I'm doing that when I sniffle to get away from the microphone. I've just realised that Andy Rowe tried to suggest I was like gozzing on my fucking keyboard. I'm not going to gozz on my keyboard, am I? Like, just, you know... Glang, glang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Glang-a-lang. It's my... I love the keyboard, mate. I'm not going to fucking spit on it, am I? We might actually get Badger merch once this here a new spot. Exactly, yes, me. Once that new sponsorship drops in and on and over here, there's no reason why we won't get it. Why all our answers. I'm waiting for them to just push that button and send this channel to the next level. I'd love to give Roller both a badger and a beaver for Christmas. Oh, me, ruthless. Tremendous. Roller Blunt will be loving this, won't he? In other room, he'll be like, get in. What a lady. My kind of woman. We should all chip in and on the last home game of the season, rent the box out. I'm sure you can have like 20 people in there. That's a mint idea, Roller Blunt. That's genuinely a mint idea. I'm going to write that down. I'm not that drunk, so I feel like I'll remember, but also I won't. Rent a box. Even if it's just for one at last home games, I'll see how many you can get in it and stuff. But that's a mint idea. We could even like not petition it, but like do it like because there'll be people definitely up for it. And if we do it far enough away, we'll probably easily rent the box. That's a mint idea, Roller Blunt. Get us all in there and lash. It would have a right laugh. Smash a like and subscribe. Yes, War Piglet, Cozy Powell, best drummer I've seen live. Thank you, man. If you could smash a like for us, guys, it's much helps. Cold won't stop the underlap Ming. That's a really good idea, though, Roller Blunt. That when the sponsorship lands, that I'm obviously joking, because I'm not going to be able to afford the box on my own. But if the sponsorship was real, I'd get the box. But the sponsorship's not real, but it was just a joke. But yes to that. Our fans happy? Yes, Rich 066. I'm happy with DCL. Yeah, obviously we need him to find the back of the net a little bit more frequently, but yeah. Ginger Lacey. I don't know who Ginger Lacey is. One of the Royal Air Force pilots in the Second World War. That Sergeant Ginger Lacey, Harry Ginger Lacey. Is it? I don't. Fuck knows. God knows. Yeah, I suppose that's only partially, isn't it? Piglet knows his onions. Danny Borden. War Piglet getting the love he deserves. Danny Borden's on the 3 points. Geared up. We're beating Spurs. The drummer's been. I wish I had more names to offer, but Enar on the 3-1. Geared up. War Piglet not fucking about 4-0. Geared up. Mark Bradley, the boyo. Good plan. Get some Badger t-shirts in and on and over here. Well, yeah, we'll get some dreamed up, and I'll I'm gonna say I'll raffle them off. I'm not raffling them off. I'll what do you call it? We'll do some giveaways. Basically, just give it to all the underlap boyos and Julie and me and Bob. Call him Mr. Snake. Call him Mr. Brown. But it's a right idea. That it is a good idea. I will do that, honestly. My mate, I think, gets one. Well, he's not my mate, truth be told. But he gets one with work, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, he won't be able to give us it, I don't think. But we might be. I'll be able to find out. Link for merch is on Jack's music channel, Matched On Together. I do actually have merch online, don't I? But don't bother buying it, guys. I don't even get a penny for it. It's literally not that I'm just doing it for the money on the merch. I just mean you can buy it, guys. I just mean it's if you think you're supporting the channel, it's not. I don't even know what you more than what. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want you wasting your money. Maybe I'd chip in. I've never been to a game, and the waiting list is too long. I'll be in a Zimmer frame before it's my turn and chip in. No, you will not, Mimi. We're gonna sort this out. I'll find out. Or we'll find out how much they are. Yes, CH, it's been story time tonight, CH. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It was Mingy on the membership hype, but Julie, come one, come all. Jack, I never accused you of gozzing on the keyboard, just the floor. I couldn't see it until you swiveled the camera. I'm sorry, pal. I could spit on the floor, man. I love my house. Just because my footwell's a disgrace does not mean that the house is. The house is well kept. It's just a footwell that's disgusting. Spitting on the floor. What? It's so counterproductive as well. Like, it's so pointless. You know, and I've said I'm going over there to sniffle so that it's less disgusting on the microphone. It'd be more disgusting if I spat it on the floor. For me. Mitch Mitchell is Hendrix drummer, was the best in my opinion. I can't remember who this dude is. Have you seen the guy that does the rounds, the rock, the proper rock, and they're like, I can't remember what he calls himself. But he's amazing, the fella. Yeah, this guy. He's fucking wildly good, this guy. El Estipararia. This guy's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know whether this is a good one, but normally I've never seen one that ain't good. Let me get it right. Pretty good, right? Did you hear that? Right. But that guy is crazily good. BMG, last game I went to was 4-2 at home versus Spurs in about 1998. Smith brace. All about all I remember. 1998. Maybe been there myself. I don't know when I started going, to be fair. My elder brother went initially. KG, otherwise known as Mr. Chips, hates people with poor grammar. Mr. Chips. That's your problem. You got no rhythm. Do you remember that? With that fucking Jaffa Cakes advert or something? You got no rhythm. Ginger Lacey was the top Spitfire pilot. Unalived, lots of Germans. Understood. Mark Bradley, fucking hell, man. Thank you, dude. Mark Bradley. Shout out to Mark Bradley, Ming, legendary MVG. And each and every which one here, but Mark Bradley is already fucking starting to pay for that. You've knocked me off my course now. Box. Yes, Rich Sullivan, what's good? Evening, Jack. 3 points Saturday. Reckon they're there for the taking. Need some intensity like last week. If we turn up strong, up the brothers. Nice one, Mark. Glang, lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang. I know, Luke, but I don't spend as much time in the van anymore. I only drive it on a Wednesday and a Friday, a Wednesday and a Thursday night. So, and then just popped at shops. I just don't really care. Whereas previously, I was in it every single day, and that's why it's got like that. And then I went to Leeds Fest, and it was horrendous because we was in there quite a bit, just boozing. because we had hot bottles of vodka and stuff, and I couldn't be asked dispensing it out, and they don't let you take them in. And I wanted some bottled. She wanted bottled prosecco, and that she didn't want to put it in a shitty thing. So we just went back to the car quite a bit. So there's just loads and loads of booze in there, basically. Yes, Mark Bradley, I've got to hit the nest up early. Keep up great work, pal. Night. Thank you, Mark. Cheers, man. I appreciate you, man. You're a legend. Thomas Lang. What you saying, SST? I've not seen you for a bit, I don't feel like. Playing drums one-handed while drinking coffee and smoking a spliff. Watch that guy, dude. He's called El Estepario Siberiano, but I'm sure he's got like an actual stage name. Because he got asked to play, he's been asked to play loads of big bands, but he just won't do it. He's also known as the Groove Father. Honestly, man, he's amazing. He's unbelievable. Have you seen him, CH? He gets about like he's proper viral now, but he's phenomenal. Every time I need to distract myself from coming when making love to Mrs. Linian, I think of Jack's Footwell. Now that's why we promote it, and that's why we'll never get rid of it, Solomon. It stops ejaculation. Makes it smooth as eggs. Reefer before the box. Matty raising funds to bring Mr. Whitesnake to the Leeds game and his missus. Roller Blunt, feck me, last game that I went to, that wasn't my nephew playing, it was 2017 League One Leeds Wigan. We lost like 3-4-0. Wasn't the best of times. Roller Blunt, that's why people just have to calm down. We've had some dark days, haven't we, boys? Boys and Bob and Mimi and Julie. Take it easy, BMG. Keep them embarrassing stories coming in, brother. No, CH, I haven't. Do you know what? I might fucking do it this weekend if I can be asked. BMG getting the love he so rightly deserves. I might do it this weekend. But I am not gonna. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend. Always got time for a cheeky woogie before I go anywhere. Honestly, I've got mad anxiety and it just helps me loads. Yeah, it will do. It will do. Luckily not. No, Andy, they haven't. Yeah, he's amazing. Mentally good. Thomas Lang. I thought one about fucking. Do you remember Lang, footballer? That Noah Lang. I can't remember anybody's name. I'm so bad for it. Def Leppard, the one-armed drummer. Surely a hinder. Alan Partridge, a bit of bush. Yes, indeed. Andy Rowe. Glang. Glang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Glang-a-lang. Nobody does it better. All planning these reefers before box. All the high as fuck. Last one I went to was Leeds 2-1 to Norwich. Joffrey scored in extra time. That's the stories we want, now. What a game, big man. That's why many people as well. Joffrey's got a few moments like that, hasn't he? That's why everybody holds him in. I think most people hold him quite dear and fond to the heart, don't they? Because we've had some good times with him. I liked Dennis Wise, Dennis Wise and Gus Poyet. I thought they were pretty good. But I kind of like Gus Poyet anyway, to be honest. And then Dennis Wise actually grew on me. And then when you sort of look back at him, you just think they were all just little bastards, weren't they, in there? It's pretty mint, really. Yeah, but can these drummers do 150 shows in a year, 3 hours a night, massively drunk and or high? Probably, to be fair to him, dude, yeah. Oh, CH is here. Fucking... I know you've been here a while, but I'm joking, CH. Thank you, CH. Luke has received a membership from CH. Lee Myers, membership. MJC Plus. Wayne Birdsall, Richard Woodthorpe, Dale J. Vic Vinegar, Clem Fandango, the best name on here. Leon Kirk, Martin Lawrenson. Thank you, CH. Many a membership going out. CH getting the love he deserves. You're a legend, mate. Shout out to Ming, legendary MVG, Mark Bradley, and CH. I think Mark Bradley's gone now, but I appreciate the well, whether or not he appreciates shout out or not. Santa Claus. Yeah, I forgot that one, maybe. And in them memberships out like Santa Claus. I know. He ran up to apologise, didn't he, about that, Andy? But that's pretty funny, isn't it? He's the now that we know what to do with Wilder and he's nowhere near us, I kind of enjoy him again. I'm back to just sort of laughing at him in a mint way. Right, laugh SST. It's not where you want to get it. Matt's Gradle. Okay, now. Chrissy Wilder. I know. Joe's best mate. Santa Claus gets up CH, getting the love he deserves. Thank you, CH. Clem Fandango. Best name on here. I might leave that. Might leave that in. Do you reckon I can make that into like a fashion accessory? It's the San Miguel bottle top in half. Do you reckon I could, or does it just look like a fucking hearing aid though? I think it looks like an hearing aid, doesn't it? I don't know though. If anybody can pull it off. DJ, I'm like, oh my god, what's that in his ear? It's last night's San Miguel bottle top. It's not happening, MVG. It's not happening. It's not funny, and it's not even that much of a story. It's like it's a 20-second story, but I can't do it. It can't be done. That sounded like I'm looking for sympathy with that cough. That made me go lightheaded. 2-0 Leeds, DCL and Bogle. Bogle could do it, big goal, couldn't he, to be fair? He had 27 votes. Nobody's saying lose. That's why we love it. That's why we love it in here. Nobody's saying lose. 74% win, 26% draw. Get up. You look a bit like a builder with that behind your ear like that. Like you've been laying bricks. Laying bottle tops. Laying fucking bottle tops. Bottle tops for earrings. Jumpers for... I'm not sure. Take it easy, Danny Bowden. Taking Doggo out for a tinkle. Night all on and on and on. Love it, mate. Peace. He said that last time, to be fair, Danny Bowden, and then he kept popping in. He's been laying pipe, Mimi. Exorcist on TV at the moment. 52 years old and still unnerving. Get up, SST. I'm going to watch a film tonight, mate. I'm off to Tesco and get fucking some soup or something. But cold. Oh, jumpers for goalposts. Yeah, them were the days. Geordie jumpers. Grolsch bottle top earring. That'd be bang on, wouldn't it, to be fair? You get that pop and shake and then wrap around. That would be a good touch. Last Max in the box. We all want the Swan story. The nerves will be so... Mind you, I'll be that pissed, to be fair. I didn't know there was an emoji for Swan, to be fair. Get watching 4 Lions, bro. Yeah, I know. Oh. Right, guys. The sniffles have gone to another level, and I'm red hot. absolutely roisting, and I feel the pressure hanging down for this Swan story. But shout out to Mingy, my guy. Shout out to MVG, Mark Bradley, Mingy again for the membership, Mark Bradley again, and then Mark Bradley's a maniac. And then my man CH for making them memberships rain, bringing them down. Them memberships coming down the chimney like Santa Claus. Shout out to Mimi and Roller Blunt, Julie Neary, War Piglet, Danny Borden, SST, the legendary 123 MVG. Nobody do it how he does it. Clem Fandango. Shout out to Chrissy Wilder. Shout out to the fucking serial winner Big Ange. Danny Borden, Solenum Lineanum, Andy Rowe. Nobody do it how he does it. If you don't know by now, you never know. Take it easy, Roller Blunt. I'll be here, won't he, in a sec. Take it easy, stay safe. I know JT's not here anymore, but good luck tomorrow to JT. There he is. Now in the building. Cheers, AO. Take it easy, man. See you all soon. I'll do a shit vid tomorrow about badges disassemble. All about the badger boss. Yes. 78 RPM. Give over, man. Honestly. Legend, mate. Thank you, dude. 2 goal bonus and a quid for the draw. Love it. 78 RPM. Thank you, man. Love it. The goal bonus thing. I know, obviously, you know, I thought it was so funny. I'm telling my brother about the bonus ball. Like, if it went in, it was a goal bonus. It's so funny. I did not, I did not. I was getting through them. I got distracted by Luke. I got distracted by I made myself last for Chrissy Wilder, and I got onto, I couldn't remember fucking Big Angie's name because I'm losing my damn mind. Cotton Wool Head. Just remember, Jack, I called her that medication last 7 days. With medication, it lasts about a week. Yes. The chat tamer. Yes, Mingy. We're up and out of this bitch. Badges disassemble. Smashes a like on way out. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on 69 likes. It's a sexy number. It's the number from the charity game as well. Take it easy, Nat. See you in a bit, everybody. See you tomorrow. Check out my quick shit vids from the past few days. Go leave us a comment. It's much appreciated. Bye.
Boom.